flip with me this furniture. I'm showing all the steps I used to get this beautiful, gorgeous looking unit that is sitting here. So this is the furniture we are flipping today. I'm going to take all the handles off. The handles I'm showing, they're looking like silver. I'm going to take them off, and to begin with the whole process, I'm going to sand down this unit. I wanted to make a design in front of the unit, and I used a pencil to draw some kind of like rectangle or so in front of it, but I did not do that design anyway. So I just sand the whole unit down, and I'm going to paint it. This whole flipping today is going to be about painting and changing everything around. That is a child's lock in front of behind that drawer, so I'm taking them all off, and I'm taking the handles and everything off the unit before I do my painting, so that I don't mix around everything. Here is the roller brush I'm going to use for this project, and this is the coat paint I'm going to start with the furniture, and this is the main paint I'm going to use for the whole of my painting today. So I'm using the first coat and then the second coat, and this black one is the one I'm going to use to do like the design or the black painting on my furniture. So to start with, I took the handles off as you saw to start with, and then I'm now painting them all down. This is the first coat as I shown before. This is the paint that I'm going to put underneath first. They call it first coat or undercoat if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm painting all this down first. Make sure they all dry. I'll leave them. I left this about a day. When I finished, I left it all like 1 day to all dry out. So yeah, I'm going to paint like the front and then the side surfaces, all of it off, and then just let them dry. And then the next day I'm going to continue with the top coat. When I say the top coat, I mean the actual paint I'm going to use for the furniture. This is just to cover up the front like brown surface off. And so yeah, to start with, this whole furniture was a free furniture given to me. It's like somebody's old furniture that was going to be like thrown away, and I said, yeah, let me grab this. I got this about last year, and then I put it down. I wasn't really like having time to do anything on it, so now I decided to use it for something and see how it will look. And so yeah, I'm still on doing my painting. So there is some bit of like glue and stuff that I used to hold some of the places, and this furniture is now really strong and ready to like go for my project. So yeah, I'm using the same undercoat on the whole like furniture, I mean the whole surfaces and every interior, all the parts of the furniture. I'm going to make sure I paint them all down first with the undercoat, let it all dry. And you know, I'm doing all this indoors. I know I shouldn't be painting indoor. I did all this indoors because it's kind of like winter and the outside is so cold and it's all wet. I don't want to send this furniture outside. No, the whole work will be destroyed for me. So this is what I decided to do. Put some clothes like under, like on the floor, so that it will not, the paint will not mess up. So I finished the front and I finished the back with the first coat, and this is how they look. And the top of this unit has some kind of damages there, I mean big dents, so I had to seal it with some kind of like pre-made like cement. It's not really a cement, but something that like fills in holes. Yeah, it's like a filler. Yeah, that's what I used to do the top of it. And I'm using this black coat black paint to cover the top of it first. I spread the paint onto the surface of the unit and using my brush to just roll it out through first, because I never realized the paint was really like very light. As you can see, it's not that thick. So this took about 4 coats for it to fully look really nice and beautiful. And the paint, when it dried, it looked really cute. It was the best like paint I've ever used. It dries so fast. Within about 30 minutes it's dried. So I applied about 4 coats of the black, yeah, and then I let it all stay there and also dry for about a day. The whole drying process took about a day before I went in with the full like white top coat. So this is me still painting the sides all of the black off. Make sure it's all like completely done. And as you can see from the side, I did not use any tape to guide the furniture at the side, so I'm just being careful not to mess it up. So now that the whole furniture is dry, the coat white is dry, and then the black, I'm just like using my tape to separate the white from the black, because now that I'm going to apply my real white paint, that I mean my furniture paint that I'm going to use for the whole like white painting. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier on, the first white that is inside there is a coat, that is not the actual paint. So what I'm putting on now is the actual paint. You can see that it's more white and more like solid white than the first one. Yeah, so it gives the furniture that kind of bright white look. It is mostly like a kitchen furniture, like any unit kind of white paint. Yeah, that's that's what it is. It's really thick and very beautiful. It dries very nicely, but it has this kind of a strong smell. So that is what I'm doing now. That's why I have like a very more thicker mask on. As you can see how the paint look on this door, it's really thick. That's why I like it. Yeah, so just rolling all down using the same, this is the same brush I use for the undercoats, and I wrapped it up when I finished the first one. So I think I'm done with all my kind of first coat and second coat paintings. I'm now going to go to the handles. The handles, I'm going to paint it with this little bottle of gold paint that you can see there. I bought this paint from AliExpress, yeah, about £2 or £3. For the price of this paint and the work it has done is really good. It's kind of a really good quality gold paint which dries really fast. It's not like the spray paint where you can just spray it on it and then you waste a lot of paint. This one you use your brush to do it, and it takes just a little bit of paint, but you have to leave it to dry and do about 3 or 4 coats before you can actually see the, you know, the gold like drying so much on it and sticking there. So that's what I'm just trying to do now, very gently. And I put like a white paper sheet onto the surface of the unit that I painted. So now it's all dried, and look at how this is so glowy. So I'm now fixing back these nuts. I took them off the unit before I painted, so it's the same nut I'm trying to put back into the handles and then lock them back. I'm just going to use my screwdriver to just like manually lock it all in and make sure it's all in place and very strong, like tight as it was before I took it all off. I'm just putting all these things back on how it was, that's all. And so this is how it looks when I bring it closer. The gold, I just like how it is, like, you know, the combo of the white and gold is what I'm going for really. And so I'm now going with the handle, and I'm done with all, and this is how the whole unit looks like. This is how it is coming together so far with. And so I'm just putting all the units like back in how it was to see how like it will all look. So there we go, we are still all putting everything back in place. And this is the handles I took off. These are quite easy to take off and then like put back in, and when you are putting it back you have to make sure you put it the way it was and screw them properly, because this thing can fall off easily. So yeah, I'm just putting everything back on as you know it was done, and the unit is all coming together. And I'm just going to wait, put everything in, and I'm going to put, there are things that I took out of all these units. They had things all like full up in them. I'm going to put it all back in when I finish the whole of my project. And so yeah, that's what I'm on now, and when I'm finished I'm going to show you how the whole thing looks. So this is how my unit is coming together and it looks now. I think I like the color of the gold combining with the white. I was going to go for the whole unit as a gold and white, but then I decided no, let me put black at the top and the side of it, which will give it a different kind of look, because the whole room is already white. The wall at which the table is standing is also white, so I did not want to do like everything, the whole unit white. It will look like a bit odd or disappear. So yeah, thank you for watching today's furniture flip with me. I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and share with anyone around you for an inspiration on furniture flip. And see you next time. Bye.